First of all, welcome in my channel, and today I'm going to tell you about my membership plan. First of all, I will provide you .NET Core video tutorial, Dapper tutorial, REST API tutorial, Angular video tutorial. Not only video tutorial, I will provide you complete source code. Okay, and it's not only a simple video tutorial; it's a project-based video tutorial. So each technology have minimum 2 projects. So guys, this is a project-based courses in all technologies, just 800 rupees. And you focus that it's not only a technology, it's a roadmap. Okay, so that is the complete roadmap of .NET Core, and that video tutorial is providing you a past deal for you. Okay, so first of all, I will provide you .NET Core and video tutorial. It's not only simple video tutorial. Again, I repeat you, project-based video tutorial. So I will cover it, all design patterns and solid patterns and architectural designs. Okay, so I will give you clean architecture-based projects. Okay, so that is .NET Core, and that .NET Core used Entity Framework Core and SQL Server. In further video, I will use ADO.NET and the Dapper, and just after that, I will use Blazor as a front end, and Angular as a front end, and the React as a front end. So use REST API. So it's a based on project, okay, and it's a roadmap so that we can cover all the topics of the full stack development. So this is only 800 rupees. You just pay me 800 rupees and get all video tutorials. Okay, so day by day. And if you are belong from other country, just pay $15. And it's only a one-time fees. That is, again, I repeat you, one-time fees. Just only pay 800 rupees and get the source code and complete video tutorials. Okay, so how to get the deal? Just fill this form. That is your name, your email ID, your contact number. Contact number is not necessary. Transaction reference ID, order ID, or PayPal ID. If you are belong from India, just pay using UPI ID and just add your transaction reference ID. And after that, if you are belong from other country, just use this my PayPal ID, and this is, you can use this QR code also. Okay, and submit the form. After submit your form, you will get a notification via email and start your journey for the membership. Okay, so just find the link of this form in your video description box. So must to check your video description box. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel ASP.NET Core, and today I'm going to show you the next video tutorial of blog CMS. And in this video, I'm going to tell you about authentication and authorization in API. So it's a very simple process in API. You can do it. So first of all, in every RESTful API and the MVC projects in .NET Core and ASP.NET. So first of all, create a data section. So here we have a application DB context. Under the application DB context, to change your DB context with the identity DB context. Okay, so identity DB context have some predefined tables like ASP.NET users, ASP.NET roles, ASP.NET claims, etc. Okay, so here we have a identity DB context, and actually identity DB context is existing in your this package. And you can install this package like Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.Identity.Entity Framework Core. This package is required for your identity DB context, and the latest version is 8.0.7. Okay, and you know that here we have application DB context like identity DB context. Okay, that's cool. Now after that, you can install this package also like Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.Authentication.jwt barrel. Okay. Now after that, you can install tools package. You have already installed the tools package and the SQL Server package, because you know how the category works and the post works in a blog project. So everything is simple and you can do it very well. Okay, just after install your package, you need to change by the DB context to the identity DB context. It's very simple. Now the next one is to add or configure like that. So here we have a data section, and I want to change it IDB context. You can seed your data I mean to say that I want to seed roles and the default user in our database table. So here we have a IDB initial class. IDB initial is an interface here we have, and this IDB initial we have a single method, that is task seed method. In this method we have just you know that implement this class, that is db initial class, and db initial class is implemented by IDB initial interface. So in this class we have a user manager and the role manager. User manager is responsible for handling the users, and the role manager is manages the role. So in constructor we just initialize these classes or add a dependency injection here. Now in the seed method, we just check it now that we have a role is already exist in the database table. So you can use it because the role manager is handling your roles data. So role manager just check it by the method role exist async, that is admin. This is the hard coded value here. So get awaiter and get result. So underscore the role manager dot create async new identity role, where we have two roles, that is admin and the subscriber. Now also add a new identity user with their email and the username, like admin@gmail.com, admin@gmail.com. Now we have user manager to create async, like user admin@12345, like get awaiter get result. Also user manager, because admin have both admin and the subscriber, so just add both roles, like add two roles async user with the new array types, and you can add two roles in for the admin, or you can say that assign the roles to the admin. So very well. Now just after that you can initialize or you can inject these services in program.cs file. So you have to inject these like IDB initial, that is the seeding of the data, admin seed in the database table, and also we have a token service that's we will cover in the later just few after few minutes. Okay, because IDB initial is actually initiated here, so that we can also configure your identity like that: builder.services.add identity, identity user, identity role, and add a default token provider and entity framework store, that is application DB context. Now we know that we use in the category section, we use protect our categories and the products and the blog, so that we can use authentication scheme. So authentication scheme, we have three schemes in that manner. That is, the default authentication scheme is JWT Barrett default dot authentication scheme. Default sign-in scheme is JWT Barrett default, and default challenge scheme is also that is the default Barrett default authentication scheme. Also, we just token is verified according to these parameters. So validate issuer is false, validate audience is also false, because there is a no issuer and the no audience. So validate lifetime is true, validate issuer sign-in key is true, and issuer sign-in key, that is symmetric security key, encoding.utf8.get bytes, builder.configuration.jwt and key. And what is the key is here, you can take it 16 characters to 32 character, approximate 20 characters you can take it in your JWT keys. So here we have a JWT and the configuration. So that's my key, and you can take it random numbers. Okay, so here we have a add JWT Barrett default token validator. Now after that you can add data seeding part. So data seeding, I mean to say that I want to call when your program.cs file is running, so that we can call your DB initial class as well as your seed method. So by using the app.services.create scope, you can just call it any injected service here, and with this instance you can call it your method of the seed. Okay, now also we use authentication and authorization as well. Okay, so just after that you can add like a data section is ready to go. Now after that you have to create a DTOs. So the authentication DTO here, and authentication DTO we have three classes, like user info DTO. User info DTO have a user ID, name, and the email. Name is not required right here. But registration DTO, I mean to say that register by using this DTO, data received from the client to the API by using this registration DTO. So email and the password we have. Now also login response DTO, we have a token and a user info. User info is a type of user info where we have a ID, email, and the name. Okay, so that is the DTO, and I want to call it a service. That is the authentication type of service, and also just create a token service. So under the repositories we have a iToken service and iAuthentication service. So first of all I want to discuss about iToken service. So just create a token. Okay, so iToken service have a single method, that is token service, get token, and token actually used user data. So you can use it identity user data here, and return back to the string type, values. Okay, so that is the implemented class of iToken service. That is under the implementation directory we have a token service. Token actually is generated by the two things, like a token descriptor and the token handler. So but a token descriptor have some required data, like a list of claims. So you know that just create a list of claims, and under the claims we have a JWT register claim names dot sub, I mean say that subject, that is user data.id. User data is identity user data just received from uh, from the controller, from the receiving clients. So user data.id, user data.email. So that is the claims. Also we just stored a user manager dot get roles async of the user data. Based on identity user we just get it the old roles of the user, and after that we can just create a token descriptor. So token descriptor actually required a security token descriptor. Security token descriptor actually use subject, expiries, and sign-in credentials. So here we have a new claims identity, that is claims datetime.now add days, 7 days for the expiration of this token. Sign-in credentials, that is new sign-in credentials, that is key, and security algorithm hmac 256 signature. Okay, so that is the token descriptor, and here we have a token handler to just write the tokens and just change it into the string. So both of these are used by the identity user, that is user manager of symmetric. Security key is also just change this keys, that is plain key, or you can say that plain text, convert into the bytes format first and encrypted by using the symmetric security key. That's cool. Now after that we can use it to change your key, encrypted key, to the HMAC SHA 256 signatures. Okay, so when you use get token method, so it will return a string of token. Okay, and also use this service to the here in the program.cs file. So go for the program.cs file, and here you can see here we have a token service like that. Okay, now after that you can you can just generate a token based on the user data. Okay, so just go inside your controller section, and here we have a auth controller. So just create a new controller, auth controller, and here we have a route API slash controller, API controller. And in auth controller we have two methods, two post method, that is HTTP post action, that is register, and we have another one is login. Okay, just when you receive a data in a form of registration DTO. In a registration DTO, we have two fields, like the first one is the email and the passwords. So we receive email and the passwords from the client side, and we just convert it into the identity user. And by using the identity user, you can use user manager to save data into database table by user and their passwords. Okay, if the result is succeeded, you can just add two roles in the subscriber, as well as just return it the empty string, otherwise it will return a errors. Okay, now the next one is the login method. So under the login method, you know that to save data by using the login view. So here we have a authentication service to check the user is actually existing or not. So you know that here we have a context.user.first.default, okay, x.email.toLower register.toLowercase. So by using the context, you can check it the user is already exist or not. So here we have a user, and by using the user manager to check passwords and is valid, and just after that you can send back to the token and user infos. Okay, so you can use it the service here, that is authentication service, if you do not want to use application DB context here. So you can use it authentication service, where we have a user registration like that, and user registration that is authentication service is not implemented right there. So there is a no need actually. If you want to use application DB context here, so you can use it. Okay, there is no issue. So that is registration and the login process, and during the login process you get a token. After receiving the token, you can get the authorized categories, authorized controllers or action methods. So let's get started to check the authentication and authorization by using the Postman. Okay, you can check it in the Postman. So here we have a Postman, and I want to check the API in Postman. First of all, I want to call it API/categories, where we just get it unauthorizations here. Just check it, try it out, and get execute. And 401, we just got it unauthorized. Okay, in API, we just get it, wait, just send back to the APIs and just got it 200, because here we have a authentication message and authorization. So under the authorization, you can check the parent token here. So you just get it the response. If otherwise you did not get any types of this. So during the login process, you get a token message here. So token and user infos like that. So just copy this token and paste it here in the barrel token, and here to pass it here, and just after that you will send the request to the API and get the result. So thank you guys for watching this video, and keep watching all other videos which is related to ASP.NET Core and Angular and React. And please join my membership and get the benefits. Okay.